Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So not the most exciting video today, I suppose, but worthwhile doing, I think. The empties video for the last few months, really, over the summer and this early part of autumn. My bin is overflowing and I thought it was worth looking at the items that I'm throwing out, what I've thought of them, whether I'll repurchase. So I ran through some shampoos over the summer, more than usual because I wasn't going to my hairdressers during lockdown and while I was away. So I'm doing my own hair more often. My hair is one of my kind of least problematical areas. I have a good head of, it's not thick hair, but I've got a lot of it and it's relatively easy to style and it's kind of normal now. It used to be greasy when I was younger. It's treated. I don't do a lot with it other than have it coloured when not in lockdown. This is my all-time, or was my all-time favourite shampoo by Aveda and the Brilliant range, which has shampoo, conditioner, various hair products. I liked it because I loved the smell. It's what I call a light cleansing. It did the job in one shampoo. I don't like to have to do 2 applications. It doesn't strip the hair but leaves it nice and clean and shiny. To my horror, it's obviously been discontinued by Aveda. I hate it when this happens to favourite products that have been around for years, that work and then suddenly go. So I've got stocks for the moment because on seeing that I couldn't get it on the website, I looked around obviously on Amazon and eBay and bought up stocks, but there will come a time when I've run through those. So I'm really sad about that. I would repurchase it if I could, but it appears I no longer can. I also used up this Aveda. I do like Aveda hair products, less keen on their other cleansing products and not at all keen on their makeup. This was the Cherry Almond Softening Conditioner, which I really bought because of the smell. I thought it would have a wonderful cherry smell. It had a slight cherry smell in the tube, but that certainly didn't make your hair smell particularly nice. Decent conditioner, but overpriced for what it was. I wouldn't buy that again. I'm going to get rid of the Mitchum's Triple Odor Defense antiperspirant. You know that I love those. They're my deodorant antiperspirant of choice, and I repurchase all the time and go through them relatively quickly. I went through quite a lot of cleansing products because we're washing so frequently, and wanted gentle ones. So I had some Johnson's baby shampoo, which I hadn't had for a long time. Perfectly nice. And I also had the baby bath, which I used in the bathtub to be gentle on the skin. They're decent products. I'm not going to rush out to buy them again immediately, but I would if necessary. I like some Bath and Body Works products, which is bad news because they're not sold directly in the UK or I think Europe generally. It's an American-Canadian outfit, although you can extraordinarily get them in Dubai. I love the candles and I buy those on eBay. I used to stock up when I went to the States, but in Trump time, I haven't been back to the States for various reasons, and I won't be going until he's gone. But I found myself wanting the gentle foaming hand soap because I think it does a fantastic cleaning job. And in these days of multiple hand washing, I ordered on Amazon. This is one of my favourite fragrances for the summer, Island Margarita. And I've got one sweater weather going on at the moment now in the kitchen and the bathroom for autumn. Talked about these many times before, the aromatherapy associate oils that you know I love. That one was de-stress. Not one of my all-time favourites of their fragrances, but absolutely fine. Forest Therapy was, I think, a limited edition, and I wasn't so keen on that. It did smell a bit kind of lavatory cleaner, disinfectant-y. So that is one, literally the only aromatherapy associates oil I wouldn't recommend, and I think in any event it probably isn't available now. I absolutely love the Relax ones and the Revive ones, both light and deep relax, and morning and evening Revive, particularly the morning one. It's a really gorgeous fragrance. And I also like the Clear Mind one, but they're a great range, and although they're very pricey, they do last ages. I mean, I have a bath, at least one bath every day, and in lockdown it was frequently two, so I do go through them, but that's not to say that they're not decent value. Here's another favourite I've talked about, my newish second favourite perfume, another 13 by Le Labo, still a favourite. I think it's an all year fragrance. I am not getting as many compliments on it these days because nobody's getting near enough to me to smell it in lockdown, but I'm still enjoying. This is their medium-sized one, and I went through that pretty quickly. Here's a product I did not go through quickly, although it's a good product. Part of the original Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder release before she was releasing her own. And this was, what was it actually called? It was called Morning Aura and was basically a primer. Beautiful packaging. Disadvantage of it, you couldn't see how much was left. So you can see the VB at the top. And although I wasn't using this exclusively as a primer, I was alternating it with others. My Tom Ford one is my favourite one, particularly around the tricky areas of the nose and the chin, where I get makeup kind of sinking into the pores and showing them up if I don't have a decent primer. This was a decent primer in terms of making the makeup go on and last easily, and it literally lasted for years, to be honest. I don't know how long I'd had this, but I've long since finished up the other Victoria Beckham products that I had, and that's only just finished. No possibility of repurchasing that. I decided to toss to other similar products in that they are not actually meant to be primers, but have a similar consistency and effect as the Victoria Beckham one. In other words, they've got this kind of pearlized luster underneath your makeup that makes the makeup more luminous. This is an oldie, Strobe Cream by MAC, which still got quite a lot in, but was getting a bit gunky. And my more favoured version of these, which was the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. And this one, they make it in various colours. This one is, I can't even see what it's called. Pearl was my favourite. They do more goldeny ones. Now, the tube is getting all sticky and gunky outside, and you can see this product left, but I didn't really like the condition of it. This used to be my kind of favourite primer under the makeup type product. You can tap it over the makeup for a liquid luminizing. I used to mix it with makeup, with foundation. It would slightly lighten colours of foundation that I'd bought a bit too dark, and definitely add some luminosity. And I do like it as a product. When it first came out, it was kind of, there weren't so many similar products around. I think there are plenty now. I don't know whether I would buy it again, but for a long time it was a favourite. I also decided to toss a Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum liquid concealer because it was going off a bit. I wanted to say that I do quite like the Bourjois foundation liquid serum range and the concealer range. The foundation probably more than the concealer. For the price point, I think they're a good foundation. But I just didn't get around to using that. And there was another concealer here that I did use up. Doesn't look as if I have, but I have. Is this a NARS? Yeah, this is NARS Vanilla. And yeah, decent concealer. Used up. Hate how it all gets a bit gunky at the top. A moisturiser that I finally got through was the Glam Glow Dream Duo. And this was a slightly strange product. You can see the kind of division. You were supposed to put this colourless one on first, followed a few minutes later by this rather alarming dark kind of mud thing that was going to fix it. You can see I used up the colourless one and didn't quite use up the mud one. It doesn't really work on its own. It's just a bit sticky. I don't know that this did anything for my skin, but the smell, which is, I believe, called orange popsicle in US terms, delicious. So I quite liked putting it on before I went to bed occasionally, just for the smell, really, but I'm not sure it was a great product. This is getting tossed before I used it. I'm not sure they even make this anymore. Bliss was kind of all the rage, wasn't it, in the noughties after the spa in New York. And this was the triple oxygen instant energizing mask, which you put on and it immediately kind of foamed up and was rather tickly on the face. I think it was a bit of a gimmick, and I didn't use it up in the end. It's been hanging around the bathroom for far too long, so got tossed. A couple of samples. Chanel Blue Serum. Really quite liked this, actually, and it did feel good on the skin. So I haven't got round to looking at the full range, if it is a full range, but I probably ought to. A Hydrozen by Lancome, just a useful sample, nothing spectacular. An old mascara. Takes me ages to get through mascaras. This is a Clinique one with a tiny little brush. I rather liked this one to do my bottom lashes, which are much, much finer and smaller than my top lashes. And yeah, I had it just for that. I don't know, again, if Clinique still make that. Haven't really had a chance to look recently. And chucked a Laura Mercier concealing pencil, which is broken. I basically had this product when I had a single broken capillary near to my nose, which really needed an absolutely precise bit of concealing, and the creams didn't do it as effectively as the pencil. But last summer, I'm going to say, quite a while ago, I finally had some effective IPL treatment, electronic treatment, which zapped that capillary, and it has healed, and I haven't got a mark anymore, so that's going. So there we go. A basket of empties and what I thought of them. And until next time, bye for now.